Yo, we're in the whip today. Yes, sir. Got the sunroof open. Know what I mean? Such a vibe. But your anxiety isn't always bad for you. I mean, any emotion isn't always bad or isn't always good. And what I've learned from my experience is when you label something as good or bad, the opposite will happen to you. If you label happiness as sad, you're going to experience a moment that's sad. If you label, ooh, sorry, fireworks, the fireworks are disturbing me right now. I thought that was a gunshot. I got scared. But if love is good, the pain when that love goes away or when your lover dies is bad. But when you stop labeling emotions, thoughts, people as good or bad, you see them as they are, right? When your anxiety or anger isn't good and bad, you can actually say, what's the point of my anger, of my happiness, of my sadness? What is it trying to teach me? And you can only ask these questions when there isn't that good or bad judgment clouding your view. I mean, this goes to people too, right? I'll give you an example. If you're looking at different personality archetypes, this is like a loading screen for a game. You're looking at each person. That person's a bully. Are you gonna say that person's bad? That person is judges people for who they are on the outside. Are they bad? That person is they're really compassionate. Are you gonna label each of those person as good and bad and then you're judging them by their personality traits? Or are you just gonna see them for what they are? I mean, in reality, like that is the truest essence of looking at a human being. You're not good or bad, you are who you are. You are unique. And that's okay. I'm gonna accept that. And the next step is looking at yourself. None of your own personality traits are good or bad. They're just you. And can you improve? Yes, you can improve. Some are unhealthy. If you're really insecure and that takes away your relationships in your life, yes, that should be something that you seek to improve on. I mean, you should seek to improve yourself by all means, right? Not saying you have to improve. I mean, if you're watching this video, you are enough as you are. You don't need to change to fit the world, to fit other people, but you should, in my opinion, change to fit into your ideal version of yourself. Right? My future self, I want to be in control of my emotions. I don't want them to control my life. I want to be able to feel them and express them healthily. I want to be secure and confident. I want to not be able to let my fears control me. And so every day I try my best to embody that version of me. Those are the goals that I've set for myself. Then I embody those. Even my more physical goals, right? I want to get in great shape. I want to stay healthy. I want to be able to look at every moment in a positive manner. And so I know those goals and I know the type of person that each of them requires me to be. And so instead of seeking the goal, I seek the identity, the car. Sorry, my dad texted me. I was looking at that, but right. See, I seek the identity. And so that's why I think everyone should change because you want to be your ideal self. And going back to your anxiety, going back to your emotions, your anger, right? How do you begin to not label them? How do you be more aware of your emotions? Because it's one thing to not judge them, but how do you get to that point? And so the way I started was by outlets or by labeling. Not good and bad, but when I'm angry, I would say, I'm angry. Let me do whatever I need to do, but the first step is just acknowledging your emotion. And if you don't know what emotion you're feeling, acknowledge something about it. I feel it in my chest. When I'm anxious, I feel the gripping sensation in my chest. Oh, it sucks. In my head. When I'm angry, I feel my entire body just tightens up. And it's like it's difficult to process, I guess. I guess that's the word, process. What I also had very much success with is meditation. A unique style of meditation where you label your thoughts. Not good and bad, but just if you're meditating and a thought comes across, I really want to go to a beach. You label that as that's a desire. That's one of the things I want. Let it just flow by. Don't go down the rabbit hole of what are my favorite beaches? What are good vacation spots? What are you know, don't go down that rabbit hole. And here's a key distinction. There's a difference between resisting the thought, like, no, I'm not gonna think that, I'm not gonna think that, versus that's a thought. It's okay. I'm not gonna let it bother me. And in the beginning, it might be difficult for you to see, am I resisting or am I letting the thought flow? But as you get more practice, I'm telling you, it's gonna be uncomfortable at first, like anything is. Going to the gym is uncomfortable. If you're fat and starting to eat healthy, that's uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, in the long run, you're going to have such good control over your thoughts and emotions. You're going to be doing amazing in here. Society might look at your life and talk shit about you, but who cares about them? Because if you're in such a healthy headspace in here, no one can take that away from you. If money gives you happiness, the bank can take that away. If woman gives you happiness, woman can just stop talking. But if your own mind gives you happiness, if just living a simple life gives you happiness, no one can take that away from you. They can take everything and your life is still simple. Sticks and stones. Like the caveman, your life is simple, nothing can hurt you. And what do you do after that? After the first step is just analyzing or being aware. The second step I would say is questioning. Yeah, pull out a journal, a voice note, maybe talk to a friend, someone who's trustworthy. You don't want to tell someone your deepest, darkest secrets and have them make fun of you or have them tell other people. Because when you're being vulnerable to yourself, about yourself, it's very difficult to process your emotions, right? And so you don't want other people infringing on that. And so, questioning. Ask yourself, why do I feel this anger, anxiety? Oh, I feel this anxiety because I really don't want to do my schoolwork. Or why don't I want to do it? Because it's hard. Studying is hard, man. Why is it being difficult a barrier? I like doing easy things. I like it being comfortable. How can we make it a little bit easier? All right, I don't have to study the entire unit in one day. I can, know what I mean? Split it up unit by unit, topic by topic, 20-minute block by 20-minute block. If you struggle studying, if that's what gives you anxiety, you can start studying just for 20 minutes every day. Everyone online is going to say 6 hours. If you want to get into med school, 8 hours a day. But just start at 20 minutes and ramp up slowly and surely. Slowly but surely. Ramp up. Consistency is your best friend. Building successful habits, mastering the systems, the day to day life is what is going to give you fulfillment. If you're seeking success, this YouTube channel might not be for you. But if you're seeking like emotional mastery, success, learning about yourself, a random guy who's in university yapping about all the journaling and mental struggles he's been through, this might be for you, dog. But yeah, your emotions, your thoughts, nothing in this world is good or bad for you. Society has taught you to label it. You don't need to label it. Understand, feel, live, be in the present moments. Don't let your thoughts and emotions distract you from living and experiencing this beautiful world. Beautiful world. Good night.